Lesson name is Brown Linda Brown versus Board of Education 1954. Brown versus Board of Education is considered as a landmark Supreme Court case. This case settled the question of whether or not black and white children could attend same schools. The right to education was violated, that was corrected in this case. Brown versus Board of Education, this case was held in 1954. Overturned the Plessy versus Ferguson 1896 case, which had earlier established the doctrine of separate but equal. Means in this Plessy versus Ferguson, the court created a doctrine of separate but equal, and this doctrine was cancelled. It was said that it has void the 14th Amendment, and in this Brown versus Board of Education, this doctrine is considered as a wrong, and from this case, it reversed the decision of the Plessy versus Ferguson, and from then the separate but equal doctrine was not followed. Now we are going to see the story. Linda Brown was an 8-year-old black girl who had to cross Topeka to reach Kansas to attend school, while her white friends were able to attend the school just at a short distance. The Topeka school system was segregated on the basis of race under the doctrine separate but equal and was perfectly legal. Means Linda Brown had to travel a long distance to reach to her school. Actually, there was a nearby school to the Linda Brown's house, but it was of the school of the white people, so she was not allowed to go there. And here we see that the separate but equal doctrine is followed perfectly, although it is wrong, but in that situation, means that time it was said to be a legal. Then the Linda's parents filed a case in a federal district court on the basis that separate schools for the black children and white children were inherently unequal. The lower court ruled that if the facilities were equal, then the child was being treated on par with the white children. The Brown family with the other black families came together and appealed to Supreme Court, stating that even if facilities were equal, they are not taking into account of the intangible factors. This racial difference is damaging the coming generation. Means first the parents appealed and asked the question that why the schools are different for the black and white people. Then the lower court said that if facilities are provided to the white and black people equal, means facilities are equal, then what is the discrimination they are doing with the children? Means here is a white school and here is a black school, and in both the schools the facilities is provided equal, then why to make the same school? Such question was asked. So the parents said, means here we can see that when the schools are different of the black and white people, then the people will also have the hate among other people that they are different from us. Like this thought and ideology is created against in the mind of the both peoples. So if schools are made common, then there will be a equality, there will be a friendship, brotherhood between them. So the parents are saying that the school should be made equal, same. So they were assisted, the brown and black people's group, they were assisted by the NAACP, National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, and the case was argued in Supreme Court by Thurgood Marshall. He was the director of NAACP. Thurgood Marshall has become a mentor of these people. Charles Hamilton, who was the first black lawyer to win a case before the Supreme Court, he went on to work out on a plan to eradicate segregation in the educational institutions. He presented each one of his cases in a straightforward and a plain-spoken manner. When he was asked the meaning of equal, he replied, "Equal means getting the same thing at the same time and in the same place. We will see this case in the next part. Part 2.